Hey, what's going on, guys? How you doing? It is me, Lasty here. Welcome today to a brand new episode of The Road to Glory here on FC25 Ultimate Team, episode number 133. Today, once again, powered by my awesome sponsor over at Elgato. My friends, as I always tell you, there is a link down below in the description. It will take you to my Elgato profile page. If you'd like to learn more about the tools that I use to help create my content every single day to nice, high quality standards, whether that be lighting, green screen, microphones, all of that sort of stuff, game capture, how you're even seeing the game on screen in such crisp, high definition, it's all down to my friends over at Elgato. So make sure you check on that down below in the description. Thank you once again. And let's get stuck into the episode today. Whereby I actually started Foot Champs 1 and 2. First game, I got battered, but then I got kicked out in the 90th minute anyway. And that was because I was playing someone that was on PlayStation and the servers were down at the time. So then I switched it over to Xbox only and then lost again. But then also 1-1. So I'm 1 and 2 in the weekend league, but we'll play the rest of it out in today's episode. But I thought I'd just, that was a little bit scruffy, and this video is long enough anyway, so I figured, hey, there's no need to show you that. It was not the greatest or most fun start to a weekend league ever. I haven't mentioned it. If you do enjoy today's video, do me a favour, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe as well if you're new, cheers. And of course, all my links, including that Elgato one, down below in the description. So daily packs, or daily SBC packs, are being opened, of course. They're getting more and more difficult every day. I am seriously lacking Team of the Week players. It's no joke. And I'm just sort of kind of keeping hold of some coins in case another expensive Evo comes out. Not that I wouldn't be able to afford a 500k one if it came out again. And I don't think I'd be able to make up the money before it expired. I would either need to plead with you guys to let me use FC points on an evolution. If something like that came out again. And I wouldn't mind doing that. I think some people might think it would spoil the road to glory, but it's for like a guaranteed, I know what the reward is type thing, rather than a gamble pack, you know. Oh, he's used FC points and packed Pele. Oh, that's cool. That's ruined the RTG. But if it was just for an Evo sort of thing, I kind of understand it. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge if we ever come to it. What we are going to do now is use fodder players in the newly updated 88 plus icon player pick, because I wanted to. I didn't realise that I was going to struggle with this, by the way. By the third squad here, I put in like an entire special team of cards I'm never going to use anymore. Look at this. I don't know what was going on. I just ran out of players. So my club is not looking too healthy at the moment. But we do have an 88 plus icon player pick. Now, some of these look pretty good from what I watched on streams the other night. So I thought I'd open one for myself. And it's really going to be a good one. All right, first icon, Gerd Muller 92. Second icon, Ronaldinho, baby. And then Thuram as well. I mean, that would have been great anyway. But, I mean, we only went and packed Ronaldinho, didn't we? So buzzing to bring the Brazilian icon into the RTG. Oh my God. I've thought about starting his SBC so many times. I knew I'd never be able to finish it with the amount of squads it is. 23 squads or something. I just got to get him in an 88 plus. Come on, man. Somewhere between 2.5 and 3 million coins for a Ronaldinho. Now, it's January, all right? Nearly February. One playstyle plus, that of it being Trickster, is not the most meta thing in the world, but it's Dino. I'm going to love I've got Ronaldinho and Zidane. That's two of my top 3 ever footballers in my starting 11. The only way to get better would if we were to get an R9. They are my top 3 footballers from like childhood, nostalgic reasons. So yeah, that's pretty insane, to be honest. So the rest of the weekend league was going to be a different experience, bringing Ronaldinho into it. Now, it's worth noting that I tried a new formation for the rest of this weekend league. Being 1 and 2, I thought, I don't really care what the outcome is. But it would just be nice to try and utilize these new attackers and stuff, right? So I went with the 4-4-1-1, which is something I'd already had set up, but in a way that I could play. By the way, these bicycle kicks from corners are so broken. I can't believe Hierro is doing that. Like, it's wild. Try and utilize my players in a 4-4-1-1 because I wanted to try Wes Burns up top, and then I knew that I could play Vinny out on the left, James out on the right, and then Ronaldinho in the pocket in that 10. Oh, I mean, it just sounds so good, right? And actually, that means every single one of my front 6, my 2 centre mids, and all my attackers are all 5-star skills, which is awesome. So yeah, that has been pretty cool to try out. Now, it does mean that I'm trying to do like little flicks and tricks and trying to play like I'm sort of some sort of samba based in Rio de Janeiro kind of footballer, and I'm not that, you know. I'm a 35-year-old man from Ipswich that can barely press the buttons anymore. But it does make me want to try and score some nice goals and be a bit sort of techie with it, and then go on a little mazy run with Ronaldinho and stuff. So yeah, I mean, there were some losses along the way. It's not going to be my best weekend league ever by a long shot, but we had some fun, and I guess that's kind of all that really matters. I didn't worry too much about games that I was losing pretty heavily or whatever. There was 2 games throughout this entire weekend league that actually wound me up a bit, and that's only because of late goals conceded to lose when I was in like a winning position or something. But that's sort of par for the course, really, isn't it? So 3 and 4 became 3 and 5, became 3 and 6. Don't really know how. But, you know, you're always matching some pretty nice stuff at this point, right? Everyone that's playing Weekend League now is obviously some sort of seasoned veteran. I'm sure everyone's squad has gone up levels this week with Team of the Year, just literally with the Evos themselves, and maybe saving a few packs. I'm sure you've all got something. Even if you've not packed anything, I'm sure a lot of people will have then put all of the fodder that they've managed to collect into a big SBC, whether it be like a Ronaldinho or Gareth Bale or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, everyone's team is crazy now, right? But this is Leaf done. Leaf's 89 rated card now for me, with some seriously improved defensive stats, which is great. So he's now, like, yeah, he could be my starting left back. He's got the stats for it, that's for sure. Doesn't have to be Furlong Mendy or anything like that. Now I'd happily use Leif Davis and Harry Clark as my fullbacks. We score a beautiful bicey there with Ronaldinho. That's the sort of thing I'm trying to do. And then I actually changed my tactics so that Zidane was the target man from corners, because if Hierro was scoring those biceys really easily, surely Zidane, who has like the acrobatic playstyle plus, would be like even better at it, right? It would be even more of a guaranteed goal. So that was the plan, and I've actually struggled more since putting Zidane there. I scored 1 in this game, but like I've struggled more since putting him in. I have to respect this guy and his team. He was tuned to glory. He was doing a full sort of Newcastle thing, and I just knew that I was slightly, ever so crazily out-teaming this guy, because he showed some periods of the game that he could definitely score goals and stuff, and if we matched up with level teams, I reckon it would have been a much different result. So GG's to you, and a fair play on going into Weekend League with your not very evoed Newcastle teams. Definitely still some way to go there. Next, we come up against a Norwich fan, and you know me as an Ipswich fan. You can't see that so well. I got the blackout kit on today. I had to beat this guy, and if I could score with Wes Burns and Griddy, that would be brilliant. The worst thing happened, really. I went 1-0 down. I got Zé Roberto sent off, and this guy kind of sat defensively, like literally trying to hold on to his lead. It took me 9 minutes or a few minutes in the second half to get the equaliser, and then the magic happened. Wes Burns scores against Norwich, hits the Griddy. You absolutely love to see it. That made me very happy. We then went on a little bit of a let's take the mickey out of this guy now. All right, I feel like I've got the win in the bag. So we fake Grabona, rainbow flicked. Yeah, just scored a nice goal with Wes. And he's now on a hat-trick against the Norwich fan. So let's try and make that a thing, shall we? My opponent does manage to get a couple of goals back throughout this game, but with 10 men, I still absolutely battered him. You'll love to see it. That one's for the Ipswich fans out there. And a third successful griddy there from Wes Burns against that lot in yellow and green. So, yeah, excellent stuff. Very happy that we could get a nice 5-3 victory effectively against Norwich. You know, we'll take that all day long. And a 10 out of 10 performance for both Ronaldinho and Burns. Yeah, excellent stuff. So that brought me up to 6 wins. Couple games to go. I got Zé Roberto sent off, so I ended up bringing Hullet in for the last couple games, and I lost the second to last game, so I'm 6-8. Literally, the maximum I could get is 7 wins. It's a bad weekend, it really is, especially with my team. But it wasn't the most focused I've ever been. Let's face it. And in all honesty, I actually had a lot of fun. So the end result hasn't mattered to me too much. I guess I was kind of glad to be done at the end, but I mean, I was genuinely having a great time with Ronaldinho. He's quick, by the way. He hasn't got quick step or rapid, but I did put a hunter on him, so he's up to sort of like 98 pace or something, and he actually feels it. Some players don't feel like that. It must be to do with his agility and stuff as well. But yeah, been genuinely loving life with Ronaldinho in the squad. And my crazy Burns card. And, you know, Vinny always pops up with a goal. Totti Lauren James. Like, how am I supposed to improve my... What happens if I packed a Team of the Year Hansen? Like, who does she replace? At that point, would we start to think about Vinny's position? Because where's Burns and Ronaldinho are going nowhere, and I'm pretty sure Lauren James is going nowhere as well. Although, I actually think Vinny's better than her. I'm going to have to take a little sip of drink because I can feel my throat going again. That should hopefully see me through the last couple minutes here. We get a 6-3 victory in the last game of the weekend league. So I do get the 7 wins. Luckily enough, it is what it is, right? I think I ended up finishing the season 10 wins away from getting the special red card, but we do get the normal red Foot Champs Evo cosmetic thing, just not the special one. That's okay. So here are my rewards. 1 of 4, 84 plus rare gold player pack. We end up getting ourselves an 86 rated Chananoglu from that. Next up is going to be the Team of the Week player pack. We don't really get... you don't get a lot from 6 or 7 wins. Like, the packs aren't that great, in all honesty. But it doesn't take that long to complete either, really, does it? So, you know, it's not that big of a deal. We get Barreiro Martins in the Team of the Week pack there, tradable. And then we end up getting 2 of these winter wildcard packs. Centre back, Spanish, Vivian. Yeah. We know all about this. He's in every single pack of mine that is a winter wildcards 87 plus. I hate seeing him in packs now. I just wish he'd go away, in all honesty. So into the duplicate storage you go, sir. And the second one, I'm just expecting another Vivian at this point. But it turns out it's a Nigerian cam from Serie A. It's Lookman. Now, actually, when I took a look at this guy's stats, look, really good card. 99 dribbling, 5-star skills. You know, you whack the right chem style on that, and you've got someone that can attack. Put a hunter on that and play him up front. I bet he's great. So there's a reason why, you know, he's one of the few players from any promo that is like still 60 odd K rather than just down at the 15, 20K mark or whatever. And that is probably because he's fairly usable in game. It's not going to get in my starting 11 though, but he's certainly one that I'm keeping in the club. And would either look to Evo in the future or use for a Serie A objective, something like that. Come on, Tom, push through. Get that voice through. I've got a little bit of iced coffee here. That might help. It's delicious, by the way. Couple minutes left, Tom. Come on, boy. You can get through this. Is that Victor Osimhen? Yeah, Galatasaray striker. Double walkout, though, from this one. Is it going to be anything special? It's high rated. It's Odegaard. But yeah, distinct lack of blues. Why am I not seeing any more Team of the Years? It's a bit sad, really. So I decided to turn Zé Roberto red. I think it looks really cool. The only other options were either Leif Davis or Harry Clark, just to get rid of their ugly Evo designs. But it will make me not want to Evo them again. So I'm not going to do that. But Zé Roberto, I'm happy to turn him red. If it ends up meaning that I don't get to Evo as Zé Roberto because he's a different card design and no longer a hero, that's just my bad. But we did the same with Yaya Toure, and we never looked back either, did we? So yeah. We get a double walkout here as just one of the, I think that may be from an SBC, but that's the last thing for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4-1-1 probably doesn't work as well as my 4-4-2, and that might be shown in the overall result for the weekend league, but I had a lot of fun using 3 out of 4 defenders from Ipswich Town, and then another Ipswich player up top there in Wes Burns, and of course, beautiful Ronaldinho scenes. What an episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do me a favour and hit the thumbs up button. You can clearly hear that I'm struggling. I could do with a little extra bump in the likes from you guys. Subscribe as well if you're new. Follow me on socials. Have a great rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen. Take it easy. I'll catch you next time. Peace.